Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play some more Rome Imperator. Well, actually, it's the other way around, Imperator Rome. There's a patch for this game, 1.01. But it's a disaster patch. It's a complete disaster. It made the game, at least for me, 10 times more unstable. I've had crashes when I've taken provinces, I've had crashes when I've built forts, I've had crashes when I interacted with characters. It's a disaster from a stability standpoint, and then some. But it did change the game balance quite a bit. It made mercenaries less available, some of the achievements and stuff like that changed, some of the decisions and the conditions for the same changed. A long list of changes, but nothing too much for the better, if I'm honest with you. I mean, sure, some of the balance things are nice, but no. Like, realistically, that's a no from me. It's odd. It's odd because Paradox had this one chance. This one chance to make it up for the disaster that was the launch of the game. And they can claim that they're happy with the launch all they want. 45% on Steam is not a successful launch, right? That's not. You can be happy with it, but you're gonna be the only one happy with it, right? It's a horrible launch, and it's bar none. I think, and I don't have the data to back this up, but I'm pretty confident in what I'm saying. I think it's the worst launch of a Paradox title since like EU3, right? Oh, but remember CK2 was great on launch because people loved it, right? And you compare it to nowadays, it's completely bare bones, fair enough, but people loved it. It didn't have 45%, right? Positive reviews. It didn't. So yeah, this was a terrible launch, and they had a chance to fix it, and they break the game. That's not very good, and I forgot to log out the. There you go. I forgot to not to log out. Last time I forgot to log out of social media and stuff. I forgot to turn off my phone now. Which, you know what? Next video, hopefully, I'll forget none of those things, and it'll all be fine. But all right, monthly tyranny going down. Let's see. Let's go with siege ability. I think that's like 5% isn't that much, but I think it's all right. So we've trapped most of the enemy forces down here in the south, and I'm just hoping that my allies can contain the rest. We're at war with pretty much everyone in the south, which is kind of the problematic position here. Now we are going to have a fantastic Pontifex Maximus, then that's really good. And I've also talked to people about the wages thing. They said that they're going to increase wages on the whole, as in how much they cost. Excuse me? Okay, there we go. They said they were going to increase how much wages cost as a whole, so you can't keep them on high. But so far, I've talked about this. This is just so worth it. It's by no means the most efficient min-max thing to do, but it's just clicking this just, like, disables 90% of the internal problems that you're going to have with loyalty. And it like, turns off civil war, basically, yeah. Well, not literally, but, like, it makes it so unlikely that civil war happens. And if it does, it makes it like a fun little thing to deal with that's by no means threatening whatsoever. Most of the time. Again, Rome is a little bit special. Rome's civil wars are a little bit more, well, difficult to deal with than otherwise you might expect, but, you know, regardless. So let the family Cornelii handle it. And they would lose prestige. Here's a question. What does family prestige do for us?
Not very much. Otherwise, we could lose some money and gain a little bit of corruption. I'll let the family deal with it. And also, we should probably move, like, that over there to intercept the retreating forces. But, yeah, okay, what was this? Ah, right. Okay, cool, great, great. Siege is still going on successfully. Now, let's send the other legion over on the other side of Italy to help with the battle and all that. Oh, look at that, that's sad. Sad, that is. We've just utterly crushed them on all fronts, basically. Now, I've received requests and the likes to become a dictatorship and all that. Don't worry about it. We're going to become a dictatorship. We're going to have civil wars as well. Don't worry about any of that. Just need to hold games to increase popularity, which is decreasing because you're harsh. There's a little bit of war exhaustion. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, this will get better when we conquer a bunch of territory. There's also appoint dictator. What do we need to do this? The Senate disapproves of this. I don't care. But I need 40. Okay, so I need at least 40 to push it through the Senate. Rome gains 2 tyranny. Morale of armies is increased. Well, that's about all, isn't it? By the way, tyranny, you might think it's all bad and terrible if you're coming from CK2. It's not. Tyranny decreases the monthly loyalty of generals, admirals, and governors by 0.01, which is, like, again, you increase the wages and that's no longer an issue. However, with scorned families, okay, it becomes a little bit of an issue, but point is, it also does this. Imprisonment and execution costs go down, and national slave output increases. Primary culture happiness goes down as well, but not by that much. So, realistically, like, having a little bit of tyranny, not terrible. Not absolutely terrible. I'm having some happiness issues within Rome. I'm not quite sure why that is, but hey. We can grab another trade route. Now we need to figure out what we need. We have iron, okay. Grain, olive, salt, we have wine as well. Olives, wine... I have olives, right? Yeah, I do. Well, these are all useful if that's the case. Let's wait until the war's over, maybe some more, or a few more imports, opportunities present themselves. How did you manage to get up there? You moved away, alright. Whatever. Start sieging these things down. Having manpower issues, but not that much, it's fine. Hey, there we go, we've won the siege, and now we can start pushing them. I'm going to let my allies take this fight rather than fighting them myself. So never mind, apparently I'm going to be the one fighting them after all. The 2nd Legion, but they should receive a little bit of reinforcements. Maybe. In need of assistance. No. You're not getting any help from me. I owe you too many favors as is. And you're extremely loyal, so reducing it by a little bit won't change anything. I would like to take over this settlement and everything down here. I'm having problems with Corsica too. Let's fix Corsica real quick. So, religion of the tribesmen in Corsica seems to be an issue. But probably culture's a bigger issue, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There it is. Alright, does that help Corsica become more loyal? No? Really? Still not loyal. Alright, well, it's a problem that'll fix itself eventually, but a little bit weird. So we're just gonna grab this.
Supply limit. Ooh. It's not very good, is it? This army's too big currently for the thing. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take one light cav, one heavy infantry, and one archer unit. And we're going to form the 3rd Legion with them. And the 3rd Legion will move up there. Now you have a total of 14. That's acceptable. And now you have a total of 14 as well. Which basically means the 3rd Legion is going to be like a mini-legion in the making. If that makes sense? Yeah, you're a good commander. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, but let's just make sure that you are in friendly territory and you're not taking any attrition losses unnecessarily, because I'll just drain my manpower for no reason. So there you go. Sitting in some of our cities will ensure that that's the case. And there's another fort in Tempsa. So in 905 days, I'm going to get a peace treaty thing enforced. Ooh, well, let's have them fight. So I knock out some more of their soldiers and whatnot. I'm going to also invent something. Let's go primary culture happiness increased. Because I was having a little bit of happiness problems in Rome, and well, actually happiness on the whole throughout the entire empire is, let's say the upper limit to happiness is sky high, right? So you can keep adding to the amount of happiness and it'll just do good things for you. It actually contributes to like everything, research, money, all that good stuff, production in general. Contributes to everything, so it's a good thing. Keep an eye on this, but I will push it through to the end. Don't think we have that much war exhaustion. Probably around 1. Slightly over, maybe. If I'm to guess, I still don't remember exactly where all the things are. It's in religion, right? War exhaustion is in religion, like, pfft, nah, alright. It's 1.5, alright, so slightly more than I thought it would be. Oh, and I've also changed, I haven't changed it here, I'm going to change the strategy to bottleneck. Because of the heavy infantry that I have and all that good stuff, because I think that's gonna help quite a bit. Well, not really help, but oh, I remember this. A Tale of Two Cities. This is there's a reference to the book A Tale of Two Cities, and it's quite a neat reference. Except that this is not the event that I thought it was. There's a different event called A Tale of Two Cities where they start competing against one another and you end up getting like bonus tax or manpower from both of them. This is different. So, Aternum or Matrinum? Let's go with Aternum. So, 2 different references to the same book. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, where are you going? Do you want to fight me? Probably to Croton, right? Yeah. To Croton. No heavy infantry? No heavy infantry. Okay. Oh, I've done a whoopsie. I said that that Roman roads and castras can't be constructed, or can't be constructed in the same game, right? You can't get both. You can. You can get every single one of these. So it's not like exclusive per line, right? So you don't pick one of the 3 and then one of the 3. you know, you go down the line. So in order to get Scale the Walls, I need to get State Navy and the Fabri. In order to get March of the Eagles, I need to get the Principes, and so on and so forth. So it goes down the line, and I think I can also get one to the side as well. So, for example, in order to get Scutum, I need to go down this line and then to the left, I think. You need to embrace logistics of states. Maybe not. Maybe the thing to the side maybe doesn't work that way. But yeah, it's not like you don't, by choosing one, you don't disable the other options. But then again, like, it's so slow to get that it's kind of meh, but alright, never mind. You can't have it all, I suppose. Now, you want to fight here, but you have a worse commander, and... yeah, that's... I wouldn't take that fight, honestly. Until the rest got here, but hey, you do you, you know. Not that I care. It says that we're losing manpower. We're not. We're actually gaining manpower on a monthly basis. Populus falls ill. Arthritis. Okay, here's the thing. You're 61 years old. I don't really fancy... Wait, no, you're not. You're 68 years old. Yeah, like, I don't really fancy this. Not really. I will intercept them though, just to stack wipe them basically. There you go, and done. Rome loses money. Rome loses loyalty, but gains money. Rome loses a lot of money. Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'll take that. That's like not that expensive for a whole trade route there. Okay, and the war is over. So, give me all your stuff. That is 17 aggressive expansion. It's not that much. And all your money, of course. Okay, so the Brutian elite. What we're going to do with all of them is we're going to banish them, because that's going to reduce our aggressive expansion immensely. And we've also now become a major power. We own at least 100 cities, so now we can guarantee others, threaten war, support rebels, and can have alliances. It reduces the change governor policy cost. Government bonus multiplier is increased by 100. Does that mean... nope. That's not what it means. That's not the government bonus, is it? Government bonus is something else. Alright, whatever it is. Government bonus is increased. Diplomatic relations increased to 4, and diplomatic range is increased significantly as well. So, let us retreat from the south and behold our glorious little nation. Blockaded port. Where's my navy? There it is. Let's send the navy over to unblockade the port. And also, I have to go down to province map mode. So Tarentum is doing cultural assimilation, that's fine. Calabria is doing local autonomy, that's also fine. Lucania is doing cultural assimilation, it's fine, but the province loyalty is going down quite a bit. And here the province loyalty is going down quite a bit. Alaria is contributing the most. Why is that? Wrong culture, basically. Okay, let's see what we can get from our trade thing. Fish. Do we have fish? We do not. Let's get fish, then, from Tarentum. There you go. Dodger will unlock something cool. And we can get one more. Okay, vegetables. What does that do? Supply limit in each province. Also from Tarentum. Cool. Essentially, you want to gather as many of these as possible. Having +1 or +2 helps, but, like, in my experience, having as many as possible also is good. If you want a variety of bonuses. Which I sort of do. Okay. Across the Adriatic, Rome gains a claim on every city in the area of Epirus and Illyria Greca. Ooh, that is good. That is good. That is good. Aggressive expansion is going to be a massive issue, though. But I do know of a way to reduce that, and it is through an omen. That's going to take ages. Yeah, I'm going to reduce this with military power. Because we have some instability that needs taken care of. Turns out, tripling in size in a few years is not necessarily the greatest thing you can do. Oh, and I've learned my lesson from fighting pirates. If you fight them once, fight them twice. So you can wipe them out. Try again, so you can wipe them out, basically. And gone. Well, most of them are gone. I'm going to continue following them. There you go. Now they're gone. And you actually gain ships from that as well. For free, which, well, you need to pay maintenance for, which is not superb, but it is what it is. Right, I'm integrating those guys. That's fine. I'd love to get like an alliance with Tarentum and guys like these, like the province of Tarentum, or what's the the city of Tarentum, right. I'd love to get you as an ally, but their opinion of me is just god-awful. It's mostly because of aggressive expansion, but even without it, it's due to my bellicose stance that you basically can't get new relations with. I don't like it. I mean, I understand it, but I don't like it. Don't force us to choose one way or another, because changing the stance is like the world's most expensive thing. Look at it. Where was it? There's a tiny little icon somewhere in here. Doesn't matter. It's in diplomacy, probably. Yeah. Look at that. It costs 100 scroll power to change that. Ugh. Horrible. Horrible. Disloyal province 0.7. It's because of It's because of that. Because wrong culture happiness and wrong culture group happiness goes down immensely. So, yeah. That's pretty bad. It'll get loyal as more people get converted, and as my AE goes down. But yeah. And now we get into sort of the little bit boring part of Rome. There's nothing left to do. I mean, there's a little bit left to do, but there's not much left to do. If you know what I mean. Okay. What do I do during peacetime? I can't attack anyone because my aggressive expansion is too high and it's making it too risky to attack people. Okay, well, what do we do? Yeah, exactly, right? So basically, you can't do all that much. You're waiting for manpower to recover, you're gathering money. I can build a couple of marketplaces. That would help with money, and then I can build a few training grounds. Oh, and I figured something out, something very, very brilliant. You might want to... Like, most of the stuff that I talked about so far is fairly basic because, well, I'm learning the game as I play, right? But this, I think, isn't that basic. When choosing where to build the training camp, marketplace, granary, not fortress, but granary, marketplace, or training camp, always pick the capitals first. So, country capital and then province capital, respectively. Why? Province capitals are provinces, or are cities, the way they're called here, so they're cities that have the most amount of population. The more the amount of population you have, the bigger impact the bonus that you're applying to the specific city has. Or the more effective the bonus that you're applying is, if that makes any sense. I'll try and explain a little bit more simply. So, if you're trying to increase manpower, you want to build a training camp in... First, you want to build it in the provinces or the cities that have the most amount of population. Because 10% of 100 is more than 10% of 10. Right? Simple maths. So you want to build it first in the most populated areas, and the most populated areas are the capitals. So there you go. First build them in the capitals, then elsewhere. And the capitals change around. So you can move the capital of, let's say, what is this? This is, let's pick a different one. Let's pick one that you might not expect. The province of Latium. You can change the capital of Latium from Rome to, I don't know, Fundi. All you need to do is you need to move all the population from Rome into Fundi so that Fundi is now a bigger city than Rome. Fundi wasn't built in a day. All I'm saying is you can make it happen. There you go. That's all. It's kind of funny, but yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Corsica's already getting more loyal as we dilly-dally. So I'm not set up for a war with Carthage yet. And I have a metric ton of scorned families. Can I attack, since Epirus is gone, can I attack these guys? They're allies. Those, not a problem. Those, not a problem. Those, not a problem. Those, not really a problem. So I can, basically, to take Illyria Greca. Cool. Alright, also let's recruit into this army a bunch of Principes, some Auxilia, some Sagittarii, and some more Principes, and some more Principes, and let's recruit everything. I'm going to put like a few units of heavy cav in there as well, for good measure. Because we want as many units as possible. Makes us a bigger threat to the world, makes us less likely to be... makes it less likely for other people to declare war against us. I get deceitful. I get a miraculous recovery. Alright, cool. So I have 39 cohorts. Someone like Macedon has 60. Phrygia has 34. Macedon has 60 cohorts. They had an event. They had an event of some sorts that increased that number. About score. That's what's way down here. Alright. Omen. We can invoke an omen. Oh god. There was a volcano in Neapolis. That's not good. We want aggressive expansion to be reduced.
That's the omen we're going for. And now it changes by...
almost 0.2 each month. We have now people starving in Neapolis. That's horrible. But there's not much I can do about it. We get sapping. Yep. Trade hub developing. Okay. A Roman slave appears, a Roman freeman appears, or a Roman citizen appears. Alternatively, we can get population growth. We'll get citizens.
Yes, we will.
And there's going to be an election soon. Already. Look at that. Okay. So, March of the Eagles, morale of armies plus 10. as much as I hate the game, and as much as I said I wasn't going to get it,
it's really good.
because we don't have that many modifiers to increase morale and
Discipline and all that.
like we have a couple, but not that many. Okay, so I said I was going to put a couple of Equites in there. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put one more unit of Sagittari. And I think I'm going to switch you to Bottleneck as well. Oh, Shock works pretty well too. Yeah, we'll do Bottleneck as well. That's going to be our preferred fighting style. I've had, like, I keep mentioning my Macedon game, and the more and more the more I think about it, the more I think I should have recorded that one. What, instead of Rome? Hell no, no. Just recorded that one in addition to Rome. I'm playing with, like, heavy Phalanx Bottleneck, and I've just wrecked Asia Minor. With, like, a 12,000 army defeated, like, a 27,000 army or something like that. Mind you, the 27,000 was all light infantry, so they were bound to lose anyway, but... like, it was pretty damn terrible for them. So either he loses 20 loyalty, or I let the soldiers have their due. You're very old. I'll let the soldiers have their due because you could die very soon. And I'll tell you a story, because right now all we're doing is waiting. I'll tell you a story of the absolute legendary hero general that was supposed to be... oh, interesting. That was supposed to be Alexander the Great, but time ticks very quickly, so he never got the chance to be. He's a 13 general. Like, he's a 13 general. The guy can beat anyone anywhere, right, any time. Absolutely amazing. The best I had here was, what, like a 10 or something like that? The guy was a 13 level general. And his entire army was exclusively loyal to him. He had like 20,000 men or something like that. His entire army was loyal to nobody but him. And I was sitting there looking at that and I'm like, that could be a problem, but you know what? He bloody well deserves it. And if you think about it, he bloody well deserves it. He's like the most awesome character you could hope for. The man bloody well deserves it. So you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to let it happen. We're going to let it bloody happen. And let it happen we did. His entire army exclusively loyal to him. Wiped the floor with, like, Cappadocia, Pontus, Armenian alliance that formed, that tried to fight me. And yes, as Macedon, I took over, like, the southern part here. Because this broke off from Figia, and I was able to isolate them and fight them. But yeah, that was great. And then eventually he died. And it was very sad. But I think he's the only character I've actually been attached to ever since I've started playing this. I can become friends with her. See, she's a woman, and becoming friends with a woman is not a great thing. But then again, my console is 70, so I really don't care. So yeah, sure. Be friends with a 16-year-old. I'm sure that's nothing unusual. So invent something again. Wrong culture happiness. Ideally you all convert them and it's not that big of an issue. Let's see what else there is. Sacrifice the gods cost. Starting experience is actually, like, pretty decent. National slave output, though, can be very helpful. I'm gonna go with monthly loyalty. It's a tiny, minuscule increase. But I can't describe to you how much I dislike the loyalty thing and dealing with it, so I suppose there you go, I'm dealing with it, one way or another. People are still starving in Neapolis. That's not good. It's not. It's really not good.
Oh well.
Let's see. Can I send you a gift? Yes, I can. Does that push you over? It just pushes you over. So I can start integrating you.
Yes, I can. We can do that on the 12th of June.
A duel of lust. Diplomacy
Be damned, this looks to be more important.
Sulpicia Secunda and Postumia Prima, both beautiful women, are obviously infatuated with the consul.
So I want to check their age.
20? 33. 71. Some things never change. Publius Sophus, being a creature of lust, naturally welcomes their advances, though choosing one over the other might bring on consequences. So we can do this as too great a risk. And they both lose 10 loyalty, which is... meh. Alternatively, I become friends with... Oh, is that what friends mean, quote-unquote? And make Postumia Prima pregnant. Or, I can make her pregnant. And Postumia Prima loses loyalty. Well, I hate to be the pragmatist here, but she has less loyalty as is, and the other one losing 20 won't make a big difference. And she's of the populist faction as well, so that's like even better. And she's younger. So, there you go. Congratulations, you are pregnant. And yeah, that's about it. Great work. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Do I want to fight these pirates? I sort of do, don't I? Tell you what I want to do instead of fighting the pirates. Go to economy, lower fleet, and army maintenance. That's what I want to do. Make some monetas. Yes, indeed. Just remember to turn that back up when you're fighting something. And we're going to need to fight something soon. The Vox Populi has been heard. Neas, party leader, loses 20 health. What? The populist faction will be less likely to support you when changing laws for 2 years. I really don't care about your support for changing laws, because I'm not exactly going to be changing laws in the next 2 years, am I? No, I am not. Huh. Take a look at province thingamajig again. So Lucania is now increasing its loyalty. Everything is now becoming more loyal, apart from Tarentum. Why is Tarentum not loyal? Probably culture, because religion isn't a thing in Rome. Well, it's not a problematic thing in Rome, I mean. So, converting cultures here... They're in the same culture group. No, they're not. Yeah, it's in the Latin culture. They're the same culture group, it really shouldn't be that big of a problem. I'm saying we save the oratory power for something else, like laws. National unrest -1. I like that. I think we should enact a law, like, for once. For once we should enact a law. So the Lex Porcia maintenance goes down. Punic reforms. Meh. we do this as well. That's very good. That's very, very good. The Gracchus reforms. Endorse party costs plus 20. That's not important because we don't really do that. National slave output plus 20. That's big. All of these are great. Ooh, I think we found the one. National manpower recovery speed goes up. We need that. National commerce income plus 5%. What about these ones? Oh, when power goes up, all these are good. Now we found one. It's this one. Right. Provide a plot of land for military veterans. Yup. Yup. We're gonna do it. Oh! Shoot! I didn't know these work like that. Otherwise I might not have done it. So you can have only one in each. That's not that great, honestly. If we're being honest with each other, you and I. It's really not that great. Really isn't. Huh. Okay, well, let's use a little bit of the power that we have left to convert some of the tribesmen. And some of the citizens as well. There you go. So this should now be a much more loyal province. Actually, to the point where I should be able to colonize some of these, no? Entire province is disloyal, that's why we can't do it. Okay. When it becomes loyal again, we'll be able to colonize the rest of Corsica. Do I have any claims on Sicily? Or any of the Sicilian... areas? I love it how we're pro-war with Carthage. So everything else is like, well, we're not exactly sure, but Carthage, salt the earth. What about you? Salt the earth? Not exactly. Tell you what, in order to salt the earth elsewhere and not just in Carthage, I know what we need to do. Popularity needs to go up. And for that, right now, we just need money. So, there's an idea. Just hold games for 150. That gets popularity up. The more popular you are, the more likely they are to vote for you. Oh, and since we don't need to convert religions, or to convert people's religions, we can also do a sacrifice to the gods. He gets cancer, Jesus, okay. And that increases stability up to 3, which is... it's so good. Like, stability is so good. Tax, research, popularity, loyalty of subjects, more or less, but like... And it's also future-proofing. If we take a stability hit, it'll put us down to 2. And it's just great. It's just great. Especially if you like build it up so you have enough to keep omens going. Yeah, just not having to convert in general is awesome. Child is born. I think it's the one from the 16-year-old that we got pregnant. Kind of funny. Popularity increase. Meh. Wrong culture, happiness, stunning experience, trying this before. Let's go with starting experience increase, because this unlocks like the next branch of things eventually. Plus, they start off with like quite a bit of experience. Like I think up to there somewhere. Okay, 14,000 manpower. Oh, we can hold games finally. Wait, what? Gold is greater or equal to 149. Does it need to be your personal gold? It does, doesn't it? Ugh, I thought we could pay from the treasury. But obviously we can't. Well, in that case, let's see, considering we have claims up here, the Senate should be relatively willing to let us do this now. No. No. Alright. Well, then I guess we'll wait a little bit more and then...
Aggressive expansion hasn't gone down that much either. We should wait a little bit more. Do we have any claims in the north? Not at this point. We're going to need to fabricate them if we want them. Alright. But tell you what, that's quite enough for this video. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and stay tuned with the rest of the series. My name is Juggernaut. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.